Introduce to you our first designer of the evening. She's wonderful, and her name is Patricia Abelanida. Patricia, come on out with your model, please. Beautiful job. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came up with this beautiful design.
Okay, well, I've really been into fashion for a very long time. So when I heard about this and it was open to pretty well anyone in the school, I jumped on it. So when I got this task, I took it very literally. When they said condom garment, I wanted, if possible, no fabric. So what I did was I started on a form and I pretty much draped the top because I wanted it to be a top of condoms that didn't really look like condoms. So yeah, I tried to disguise this as best as possible was my goal.
I know you should feel this. It feels so lovely.
Yeah. But as I went through it, like I had started with mostly white and black, and that was a lot of business and not enough party. So I needed to add a lot of color to it, and I used the blue because as I was trying to think of a skirt, I was trying to think of maybe a message that you could send with these outfits. And the message that I decided to send was more along the lines of maybe more along the lines of innocence, like. Sex doesn't have to be a nasty, naughty, sinful thing.
Although that's not all.
Yeah. 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 I mean, if it's treated the right way, it can be wonderful. And, you know, and I wanted it to be like that, you know. It doesn't have to be as it's portrayed by everyone else. But of course, you know, I had to experiment with things because when it came to sewing these, I had that fear that a lot of people have. What if the condom breaks? So I did a lot of experimenting with blues and finally came up with this.
And you have accessories too. You got a purse, a necklace. Fabulous. All right, let's open it up to questions from our judges now.
Patricia, what year are you at CCAD?
I'm a freshman.
Oh my gosh, where'd you come from?
I came from a little town called New Richmond, right outside of Cincinnati.
Is this a two-piece garment?
Yes, this is a top, a bottom, and a belt.
May we see the back?
Yes.
The judges. And how did you put it together? Is it by hand or by machine?
Yeah, I hand sewed everything because I didn't have a machine.
Okay.
Well, I came up as a poor freshman and my mom lost her machine, so I wasn't allowed to bring it.
Angela?
Okay, this is one of my top 3 favorites. The only thing that I really don't understand is the purse, because it's just nothing for this getup. And I understand wanting to have an accessory. And I like the idea that you thought about it and you're like, I want to have her fully ensembled and fully accessorized. But that is so, I feel like it's so done, and I've seen that. And this is really fresh and original, and it's such a great take with what you did with even the necklace and the rosette thing. Like, is that actually the blue flower? Is that a
No, I
condom?
tried with condoms and it fell apart. Actually, the purse, when I read the rules and it said you have to use all 1,000 and I had these left over, I was trying to think of what I could do with them without trying to add more to the outfit, and pretty well.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Well, your honesty is pretty wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very fresh and very youthful, and it's a little Audrey Hepburn too. And what did you use for the skirt? Is it all just condoms?
Oh, the skirt I actually used tissue paper because I wasn't sure how I needed kind of a flexible material without using fabric because I really wanted to stay away from it. Plus, I don't have the budget for it. So it's partly tissue paper and a little bit of newspaper.
Oh, I love how you also you wove the belt too. It's really excellent execution. Oh, the other thing that I want to ask you about the bow in the back, what was that? Is that functional or is that?
Yeah, that's pretty much what holds the top in the back. Yeah, because I was thinking definitely along the lines of I didn't know what we were going to do with her hair at the time, and being able to get this on and off without them ripping and falling apart. So, and this part right here is a completely different piece than what's along the bust. So, yeah.
And Patricia, before we let you go, who's your model?
My model is Dr. Becky Tolley.
All right, judges, we're going to have your score. We're going to ask you to show your score, if you will. Karen, we'll start with you. We get a 9. Hey! Charles, a 6. Angela, a 9. Fabulous. Patricia, great job. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right,